We finally got some good news for the upcoming Forbidden and Limited list. Our roller coaster of emotions here. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, you guys remember when I've read several comments from people going, Robbie, the Nocturne stream does not matter. Alright, it does not affect the Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, baby. It certainly did affect everything out here. So, the screenshot you're going to have here is actually from, guess what, the Shadow Duelist live stream. It's going to say, hey, guess what? Also, the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG Forbidden and Limited List update will be dropping on Saturday, August 31st. Keep an eye on your Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG official social channels for the changes. Wait a minute. Does that mean that, oh my gosh, they were tied in together and they gave us a date? And yeah, so here's the thing. I feel like, one, this has been the most insane round of trolling that I've ever had to experience in this game in all of my life. They weren't, wow, first of all, they said late August. I have a feeling that they were really messing around with us here when they said late August. Ain't nobody expect this. And I've said this in other videos too out here, when I was venting my frustrations. It's like, by releasing a list on a Saturday, you take away any time for people to be prepared for this. Especially when you're going to drop this mid-regionals for people. That's an absolute dumpster fire. And especially to the people going to the upcoming Core TCG regional, you're going to be clown carring with 700 people at that regional for those changes. You're going to be so upset. You're not going to be able to rush down and get anything you need, but you'll already be at locals. So I guess your exchange of this is, hey, I'm going to be at locals, so I can already trade for some of these cards coming back, depending on how much this shifts around. Like, it's kind of my major concern here, is just like, how much are we gonna toss around with this list to make these changes? So it's a little bit, it's a little bit rough out here. By releasing a list, well, that's the other thing too with this list. I'm glad that we have solid confirmation. Like, it's about time that Konami straight up said, hey, here's your date. I don't know what was so hard with them doing this in the first place. But I guess, when you're engagement farming for a company out here, when you have all of everybody watching this each and every day, doing this, also keep in mind, Saturday, we usually get 2 new cards, like alt arts or something like that, coming. So, like I had my Summon Sorceress theory the other day, I'm very much wondering out here what could get revealed on Saturday that could have a potential tie-in to the list here for the alt art department to do this. Because I expected that we would have got the list on Thursday to promote Summon Sorceress's errata. Alright, so the fact that they've moved it to Saturday the 31st, and that day is usually for alt arts, I'm either wondering if we're going to get, it's all tied together. If you have not realized at this point, like my crazy crackpot theories I talk about here, everything is tied into the tins, everything's tied into the ban list, Master Duel does dictate the ban list, and all these crazy crackpot theories in my comment section just tells me that I have no idea what in the world I'm talking about. It's the Yu-Gi-verse. Alright, every little crazy thing dictates and shoves this around. There's a moving piece for everything out here. It's not just some crackpot cuckoo old man theory. No, it has to do with everything. In all preparedness, though, in all honesty, the other active theory right now from the community is, it's kind of like the Kingdom Hearts paradox out here, where, you wait how many years to make a mainstay storyline? Like, you remember, from Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3, there was such a depravity of this. They were making little spin-off series. But then eventually you release Kingdom Hearts 3, and there's just this mass disappointment across the community out here. And I'm kind of wondering that if it's going to feel like the same thing out here. Like, Konami's built up such a this is going to be so bad too, because like if this list does not deliver like 30 possible changes to like do some level of craziness out here to try to revitalize things, it's not going to leave the community satisfied. But at this point in time, the reality of the situation is the community's not going to be happy no matter what this list does. And I've been on record saying that multiple times out here. There is not enough changes that this list can make in any sort of capacity that would make everybody happy for the void that the player base feels. And I think that Konami's got a lot to do with this at this point, for the fact that, you know, they waited so long on their engagement farm out here. They're like, oh yes, we gotta get those 10 views up. Yes, let's go. And the sad part is like them saying it's the 31st just kind of killed any views that they're going to get tomorrow. And I guess the other good news is, hey, you don't have to wake up early on Friday, or, you know, be clicking refresh 30,000 times for the rest of Thursday or the rest of Friday. You get a break. You don't have to deal with that. So I personally think that's a W all the way around. The other big news is you've got a day and a half of prep time right now. If there is something that you really think is going to happen on this list, genuinely, and you want to pre-order stuff, order something ahead of time, you know, make that commitment. It's not the worst time to be looking at this and going, you know, like, I can pick this up now, you know, screw it, let's see if it gets hit. If it doesn't, well, but this does seem like a great opportunity for you to get in there on the market, get something while you have that day and a half cooldown on that speed down out here. Or you do what everybody else is going to do. You wait till you're, you know, regional on Saturday, crap your pants in mass delusion, just, you know, all of this, you know, sadness, and then just, you know, see what's going to happen. I don't have a crazy immediate answer for you on what you should do. That's a decision you're going to have to make. I guess this is, at least we have the date. At least we know what the player base can look forward to right now. And I don't have to listen to, for the next day and a half, people kind of losing their minds. You know, we already had the barfing horse running around out here the last couple of days on every social media post you can find. I really do hope that you took some time and you watched this morning's video on the horse that broke the community's back. It is such an interesting thing to see what this community is able to do, and how much of this community is able to pull itself together with all of this. Also, last thing here, I do gotta give a little bit of a shout out to the Nocturne event. I think it was pretty badly timed on Konami's behalf, though it is nice that they were able to, if you were tuning in to watch it, and you know, they gave us this little bit of Banlist info off of it. So, you know, you were able to kind of sit back, enjoy the stream. Konami said, hey, relax, you know, we've got you. And you get that little level of supposed understanding here with this. I'm not a huge fan of that whole idea, but, you know, the Nocturne event was supposed to be something to kind of test out with the waters for the TCG, to make things a little bit different. It was also an NA exclusive event, so I got to give them a little bit of credit for, you know, the design on this and everything. It was a little sub-exciting event, and that's fine. You're just trying out other things. Granted, I don't know why we don't have our ban list yet, but hey, man, when Konami really said late August, they really straight spun the dot out here and said, yes, Saturday. Also, what do they gain from having these Saturday lists? Like, I don't actually understand that. Like, what level of craziness do they actually gain from just going, oh, baby, woohoo, I'm about to make a name out here for myself. Gotta love Konami. Well, I would say probably 11 will be the 10 reveals on Saturday, but I really don't know what they've got planned for the rest of the day. But we will probably afternoon, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So what decimating truck full of mockery are you preparing for? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons! Thank you! Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.